So, my husband wants me to see other women.
What's that about?
So, let's face it, Adelaide. Mm-hmm. Women have their own language.
Yeah.
We really do, and... Is that your language? Okay, maybe Adelaide has her own language, and the rest of us women have our own language. No, but when I think about, come back, it's okay.
What do you think about? What do you think about what, Camille?
When I think about how I try to talk to my husband, sometimes he just doesn't get it. Because when I talk to other women, I don't have to say as many words, right? Because you get it, because you felt it before.
Yeah, you're like, I didn't sleep last night.
I'm here for you. Like, right? Yeah, that's all you have to say, and I'm there for you. I'm in the same boat, and I've got it. But my husband sometimes doesn't respond like you do, or doesn't get it like other women do.
Yeah, like I tell him something really important, and he's like, okay.
And that's it.
I know,
and you're like, I need a little bit more.
Yeah, you're like, what do you can't say okay to that.
And you just kind of wait, and it kind of gets more and more awkward, and you're like, so, do you have anything else you'd like to tell me about what you're thinking?
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm just talking to someone else about this.
So that's why my husband wants me to see other women, and because even though, like, we call them play dates, where I take my son to go play, it's really, we should call them mommy dates, because it's more for me and my sanity, let's be honest.
I know, and when you're doing that, it makes the day go by faster, and
it just does.
Yeah, you have this great connection. It's just really cool.
And I can talk to another human being.
I know, it's great. I sometimes don't, I'm like, oh, play date, but I made a goal to do, like, at least one play date a day. No, just kidding, a week.
Whoa. That's a little much for me. 5 in the next hour.
No, so just one a week. Try to get one a week.
A little intense. Like I said, own language. Back.
So to do one a week, and I'm really happy that I pushed myself to do that.
Because sometimes you don't realize you need it until you're like in the situation, and you
get back to, sorry, I skipped the situation. You get back, and then you're like, oh, that was really good. I did that. So back to the situation.
Well, no, and it's just, if you think about it, and it's good for the whole family, because number one, the kids get to play with other kids. Number two, you get adult conversation halfway through the day. And number three, when your husband gets home, you don't bombard him with, let me spew all of this adult conversation at you because I haven't been able to, so I have to get as much in the next 2 hours as I can. And then they're just like, whoa, I just walked in the door, let me take off my coat before you are verbally abusing me.
One time I was like, man, I just need to talk to an adult and have a real conversation. So I tried it with Darian, who's 3, and he's like, why? I'm like,
goodness.
No, I don't want to be asked questions.
I am so in that boat. I tell you what, I started counting the other day how many times my son asked me why, and I couldn't even keep track. But the other benefit that I think happens is that my husband and I have the same kids, right?
Yes.
Kind of a no-brainer. But anyway,
not for everybody.
That's true, but okay. My husband and I have the same kids.
So what can we say? She's apologizing to people who don't have the same kids because she missed that fact that many people don't have the same kids.
So,
and we're gonna keep going.
So what I'm trying to say is that we deal with the same issues with our son. Like we have to deal with his, how rough he is and how hard he can be sometimes, or we struggle with the same
you're
thing.
like, what's wrong with my kid?
Sometimes I feel like that. Sometimes I'm like, am I the only one that is dealing with this with my child? And so I think that also is a benefit of these mommy dates, is that I can get some validation of honey, you're okay.
You're like, oh yeah, that's
Honey,
what kids do.
That's just a phase.
Yeah.
This will pass, you know? And so, I don't know.
That's what I say to Camille whenever she has a problem. I'm like, this will pass. It was great language. I have to say something. It was great.
It's true.
This will pass, my daughter.
But I'm really not her daughter, don't worry. We're not even sisters. But
we might have the same kids.
So that's my food for thought. The kids are in bed.
Now we're going to bed. Good night.